What's up, guys? It's Battleface TV. We're back with another video. With the release of the Blue Eye Structure deck, everybody's going to want to test the new deck. Everybody's going to play it. But I decided I'm going to hold off. I'm going to cook some brews online, and then I'm going to bring you guys my personal way to play Blue Eyes. But now everybody's playing Prime Eye, and personally, I just hate the Prime Eye cards. It makes the Blue Eyes deck a strictly mid-range deck, and I am not a mid-range player. Everybody's going to be like, oh, you play Chimera, oh, you play Tempai. Okay, well, Tempai is not a mid-range deck, and I turned Chimera from a mid-range deck into a combo deck. I like combo decks. So, I brought you Blue Eyes Buster Blader. Let's get into it. Alrighty, guys, so here is my Blue Eyes Buster Blader deck profile. It is a solid 42 cards, not 42, 41 cards. So let's get right into it. So for the Blue Eyes stuff, we're playing 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. You want to play exactly 2, no more, no less. Some people are citing out 1 post going first, but you lose to Bestials. So you always want to have 2 Blue Eyes in your deck. It's a semi-garnet because if you draw like the trap card, you can reveal it from your hand to pop a card. But again, just 2. You don't want to play 3. 2 is more than enough. Then for the Blue Eye starters, you want to play 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. This card lets you search a level 1 light tuner. This card's really good. It gets all your end plays going. It gets you started right into your Blue Eyes combo, which bridges you into your Buster Blader combo. Then we play 3 Maiden of White. This card lets you set a True Light from the deck. This is the new one from the Structure deck. This card's really, really good. And then when you summon a Blue Eyes, Maiden will trigger to special summon herself. And whenever she's targeted for an attack or a card effect, she can special summon a level 1 Light Tuner from the graveyard. This card's really, really good. Now, for the best card in the deck, it is called Wishes with Eyes of Blue. This card says, discard a card, search 1 level 1 light tuner and one spell trap that mentions Blue Eyes. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard to equip a Blue Eyes fusion monster to a Blue Eyes monster you control. This card's really good because this can search you Sage, this can search you Maiden, this can search you the other level 1 light tuner I'm playing in my deck. It can search you Effect Veiler, but spoiler alert, I'm not playing Effect Veiler because I'm playing another search target for this card. Then for the other starters, I'm playing 2 copies of Bingo Machine Go. This is another card you can search off Wishes. Basically, Bingo Machine Go acts as a starter because you can go Bingo Machine Go, reveal 3 wishes, add wishes, and then just go full combo from there. It's a really good card. And then 1 Period Raise Map. This card essentially says at the start of your main phase, search 1 monster with 0 attack, and then take half your life points. And then you can't activate the effects of that monster until you normal summon it. So traditionally, you go Period Raise Map into Sage only because you don't want to go into Maiden because Maiden, you can't. You could normal summon Maiden and then use the effect, but I think that's just bad. You just want to go straight into Sage. And then for the other spells and traps for the deck, we're playing 1 Mausoleum, the field spell that gives you an additional normal and dumps a Blue Eyes. 1 Roar of the Blue Eye Dragon, special Blue Eyes from your hand, deck, graveyard, or banishment. And then you're locked into dragons for the rest of the turn. It has a nice little graveyard effect where you can banish this card to special fusion summon a monster that a monster with Blue Eyes in it. 1 Ultimate Fusion. This is another card you can set off. You can search with Wishes. Just lets you fusion summon it into a Blue Eyes fusion monster, and if you control a Blue Eyes on the field, you get the pop-up card for free. 1 True Light. This is the card that Maiden sets. True Light gets you into any of your spell traps except for Period Raise Map, so you have like infinite. But you can only set a card that's not in your graveyard already. So like say if you start your turn 1 with Wishes in your graveyard and you use True Light to set, you can't set Wishes again unless it's not in your graveyard. And then 1 Majesty. This is just you get to pop 2 cards if you control if you have 2 Blue Eyes in your hand, field, or graveyard. I think this card's really good. It's insane. So that's it for the Blue Eye stuff. It's pretty standard. I think most people aren't playing like Bingo Machine Go or Period Raise Map. I'm gonna set Period Raise Map aside because this doesn't have another target, but I think this card's really, really undervalued. People were playing it in Yubel when it first came out, just to be able to search like Dark Beckoning Beast or Samsara D Lotus. This is a really good card. So into the Buster Blader engine, we are playing 3 copies of Buster Wulp, the Destruction Swordsman. This card says on normal summon, you can search for any Destruction Sword card. It is a level 1 light tuner, which you can search off of Wishes or Sage. And I think this is a really, really good card. This just gets all your plays going and lets you allow to do what I like to call the Buster Lock. 1 Dragon Buster Sword of, I cannot even remember this card's name. One Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This card is a soft, again, all these cards are soft bricks in your deck, but if you play Wishes and you can discard them to the graveyard, like this is a soft brick. Basically what it does, it doesn't do anything on the field. Like you can special summon it from your field if it's equipped to a Buster Blader monster, and then when it's equipped to a Buster Blader monster, you can your opponent cannot special summon from the extra deck. So this is most of the time you're going for this little guy to like just lock down the graveyard of anybody who's trying to play the game. Lock down the extra deck. We play 1 Buster Blader, and we play 1 Buster Blader, the Destruction Sword. The reason why I'm playing 2 is because if you draw 1, your trap essentially you need another way to dump it to the graveyard. And I think that and playing 2 is just perfectly fine. I'm playing the vanilla, the original one, and I'm just playing like the new one. And then for the trap cards, you play. I'm playing 2 Prologue. This is the one that says dump a Destruction Sword card plus a Buster Blader to special summon a Buster Dragon from your extra deck or your graveyard. This dumps as cost, and I think this card is actually just stupidly broken because you can also dump this card, Destruction Sword Memories. This card says you can banish this card to fusion summon 1 Buster Fusion monster from your extra deck. So what you do most of the time is you activate Prologue, and if you have like this in the graveyard, if you don't have this in the graveyard, you can go Prologue, send this and Buster Blader, and then go Chain Destruction because it dumps its cost to fusion summon using the Buster Blader you just sent to the graveyard with a dragon to make the new fusion monster. So that's it for the Buster Blader stuff. Really, really small engine. So let's get into the non-engine of the deck. We're playing 3 Ash, just stops Fua, 1 Magnemite. Just helps us get into our Buster. We can search Buster Wulp off it. 3 Imperm, and that's it for the hand traps. You don't need a lot of hand traps with this deck going first because if you're going first and you can play through multiple hand traps and still set up the Buster Lock. I'm supplementing this with 3 copies of Thrust because Thrust can set Prologue from your deck. And then we're playing 2 copies of Talents. Just to make sure we can draw into those good cards or look at our opponent's hand. And then Thrust allows us to set Prologue from, this is Prologue. Thrust can get us into Prologue. So if we get like Ash on our Wishes, we still have a way to do the Buster Lock. So that's it for the main deck, a solid 41 cards. Let's get into this extra deck real quick. So for the extra deck, we're playing 2 Buster Blade. Good lord. For the extra deck, we're playing 2 Buster Blader, the Destruction Swordsman. This card says all dragon monsters on your field, on your opponent's field, can are switched to defense, and their effects cannot be activated. This is one part of the Buster Lock. I'm opting to run 2 because I run 2 of the trap card, and the main. I turned this deck from a mid-range deck into a I'm going to not let you play the game deck. And then we play the card that makes everything happen. We play 2 Buster Dragon. This card's really broken. It changes all your opponent's monsters to dragon. And then as a quick effect, you can equip 1 Destruction Sword monster from your graveyard to a Buster Blader you control. So most of the time, you're equipping dragons. You're equipping this guy to Buster Blader, so you can't. So basically, the lock's gonna look like this with like other monsters on your field. But essentially, your opponent can't special from the extra deck. Your opponent's monsters are dragons, and your opponent can't activate your dragon monsters effects. So that's it really for the main, like the 2 pieces of the deck. You often run Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss because with Prologue, this will die when it comes back to your turn. So what you can do is you can use the level 1 that's equipped to it, special summon it, and just immediately synchro into this card for a free negate to play around like cards your opponent has already. And then for the last card, for the Buster Blader stuff, we're playing 1 Protector Whelp. Protector Whelp just foolishes any Buster Destruction Sword card. So you can just Foolish Burial the Trap card, or if you have the Trap card already engraved, you can Foolish Burial the level 1. But most of the time, you are dumping the Trap card to play around a Bestial, because if that gets Bestial, you're kind of boned. So that's it really for the Buster Blader stuff. Into the more generic Blue Eye stuff. Obviously, we're running 2 Spirit. This card's really good. Shuts down the graveyard. Also, if your True Light gets nuked, you can just negate your own True Light. 1 is Your Eyes. Because since we're playing, the trap cards say they have to, the Buster Dragon dies at the end of the turn. What you can do is you can go summon Spirit tag out into Azure Eyes, and just protect your whole board in case you can't kill them. And then Azure Eyes won't die that turn, which means your Buster Dragon will stay on the field. And then we play 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate. Really good card, free negate. I think this card's absolutely broken. Yeah, gains 1,000 attack after you negate a card. Pretty good. And then we're playing Tyrant Dragon, and we're playing I don't know what this card is. I don't know what this card's name is. I'm gonna be completely honest. But yeah, so Tyrant Dragon is really good because you can make it with either Wishes, or since I do play Ultimate Fusion, you can just hard make this. And then this is just targeted protection for your cards, for your Blue Eyes. So we play, obviously with the Blue Eye stuff, we're gonna play 2 of the Link. Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Searches the field spell. I know the Link one that searches the field spell, but this card is really good because if you have a Blue Eyes in your grave, it does lock you into dragons while it's on the field, and people are gonna do the degenerate Sanctifier lock, where you just hand this to your opponent, and if they're not playing a dragon deck, you just lose. But yeah, so yeah, this card's really good. Special Blue Eyes from Graveyard by tributing its cost. And then we play 1 Seals. That's pretty standard for the deck. Let's get into some of these. I'm going to show you guys the 1.5 card combo with this deck. Alright guys, here's the 1.5 card combo with Blue Eyes White Dragon that gets you to the Buster Lock on your opponent's turn. It requires Sage and any random discard. In this instance, we're using Imperm. So, we'll normal summon Sage, activate the effect. Search main. If they do not draw us on res, we are fine. We go activate main effect. We'll place True Light from our deck. Put it right here. Activate True Light effect. We will set Wishes with Eyes of Blue. I'm gonna leave it face up just for the context so you guys can see. We'll activate Wishes. Discard our random card. Search Buster Whelp. Search Troy. So now we'll link 1 into the new Spirit. Activate Spirit effect. We will search Mausoleum with the white. So from here, we can activate Mausoleum. Effect target. We will dump a Blue Eyes from deck to grave. So now we can use our additional normal summon to normal summon Buster Whelp to clear the effect. We'll add Prologue from deck to hand. So I like to get Buster Whelp off the field as soon as possible because we are playing into Nib with this combo, and I do want to guarantee the Foolish Burial. So here we'll link 2 into Protector Whelp. Protector Whelp effect. We will Foolish Burial Destruction Sword Memories. And then from here, we can simply activate Roar, special summon Blue Eyes from our deck. That will proc our Maiden that we discarded. Since the Blue Eyes was special summoned, we can special summon Maiden. Most people like to activate Wishes here to equip to the Blue Eyes to have the targeted protection, but I'm going to save that for later. So we'll synchro off into our Spirit Dragon. From here, we'll simply set 1 and pass turn to our opponent. On our opponent's turn, we'll activate Prologue, dumping Buster Blader and Dragon Buster Destruction Sword as cost to special summon a Buster Dragon from our extra deck. Then as Chainlink 2, we will declare the effect of Destruction Sword Memories. We will banish our Buster Dragon, Buster Blader, sorry, and our Spirit with Eyes of Blue. So the chain will resolve backwards. You will special summon Buster Blader, the Destruction Sword, and then you will special summon Buster Dragon to your field. Then, as a quick effect, or whenever they just have a card on their field, we'll go activate the effect of Buster Dragon. We will equip Dragon Buster Destruction Sword, and this ends you on the Buster Lock, Spirit tag out into either Ultimate or Azure Eyes, depending on what the situation calls for. You have Prologue to protect your board. You have Blue Eyes and Maiden in the graveyard to special summon themselves whenever you need to. You have True Light to set a card as follow-up. You essentially are like looking really good as follow-up, and you still have the Buster Lock. And then on your opponent's turn, what you can do is you can go activate the effect of Dragon Buster to special summon itself. And then since your Buster Dragon will die at the end phase, and assuming you've already used like Spirit, what you can do is you can synchro these two off into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then you can just switch this to attack. And then you can just go threaten battle phase. This does piercing damage, but cannot attack directly. So you can just go 28, 32, 25, True Light, special summon Blue Eyes from our graveyard. 3k, that's already game on board. But if they do have a monster, and even if you don't kill them, Protect Wolf has an effect. If a monster that's pointed to this card did not attack, you burn them from that monster's attack. So you can just essentially attack with these two, burn for 28 for game. Or what you can do is, if they do have a monster, punch with this first, 32, 25, True Light, summon the Blue Eyes game. So that's it for this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll show you guys more Blue Eyes Buster Blader gameplay. Yeah.